So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be showing you how to improve your light pressure in this game, as it's something I just learned recently, and it has helped me quite a bit in terms of just applying offensive pressure and being more unpredictable with your jab strings and just your pressure overall. So we gotta start with understanding how chains work in this game. So most chains, they are gapless if you do immediate timing. As you can see on the bottom, the yellow bar, there's no gap. It's just all yellow. But if we do something like crouch short twice, there's a natural gap, as you can tell with the gray bar in between. So this can help to know when it comes to applying pressure. There are defensive options that people will use when they're on the defense, of course. They're going to be trying to delay their buttons to try and catch you. Maybe putting too big of a gap in your string. Or if you're trying to like maybe walk up and tick throw them, because that is pretty fake in this game since jabs are minus. Most buttons in this game are minus, so pressing on defense is more common in Street Fighter 6. So in order to try and understand the timing of your opponent's button presses, what you can do is you can start out doing tight pressure. Even if your opponent is pressing and you do immediate timing, they're still going to get counter hit, okay, if they're mashing super hard. But if they're not mashing, say there's a slight delay, so if I do immediate timing, they're just gonna block. But what if I just leave like maybe a 2 or 3 frame gap in the block string? So now if you look at the bottom, it shows 3 gray bars. And what you want to practice is leaving like a 2 to 3 frame gap. So you're not linking, you're still kind of chaining, you're just leaving a gap in between. And then you can like confirm into a medium button and then go into drive rush and go into your combo. So now what if they're kind of really not pressing much, or they're just maybe delaying their button even more? So if we just set Cammy to do like a 6 frame delay, we can now do frame traps with medium buttons. And then as they start delaying their button even more, you can start going for like slower buttons, like heavy punches, like crouching heavy punch there. If they time it and Ryu get the trade, you get an insanely ridiculous trade combo that can just obliterate the opponent's health bar. That's how you kind of test your opponent throughout the match. You leave little gaps in your pressure, and then as you start to notice, okay, maybe they're not pressing, or maybe they're just slightly delaying their buttons. So you can just start going into slower buttons. And then Ryu has a plus on block option here he can go into. Even if they block this, I'm +3 now. And they gotta hold it, they gotta guess striker throw mix, or even a shimmy. Yeah, that's kind of how you improve your pressure within your light buttons. This should immensely, like I said, improve your pressure game. It helped me a lot recently. I started implementing it. It's good to leave gaps in your pressure because it'll interrupt your opponent trying to press buttons, which is what you want. Because people aren't just going to be sitting there not doing anything. They're going to be trying to interrupt you. So that's what we can get into next, is doing defense drills. So some characters have natural gaps in their block strings, their jab strings. That's immediate timing with Cammy. If you look at the yellow bar, you see the 2 gaps with the 2 gray bars in between. So what you want to practice on defense is just timing your button, your jabs, with your opponent's buttons. So you want to press it at the timing where you would block their button, but if they happen to leave like a too big of a gap, or they try and like walk up and tick throw you, which, like I said, is fake in this game, you will interrupt them. And that's something you want to get down. You want to learn both of these things: defensive delayed jab and offensive delayed jab. These are very good fundamental techniques, I guess you could say, and advanced. So if you're like maybe a beginner, I wouldn't focus on learning this right now, but definitely master ranks, you need to learn this. Again, it immensely helped me. So if it did help you, definitely let me know in the comments below and consider leaving a like on this video. But that's it. This is DarkSense signing out, and I hope you take care. Peace.